She hands it off to Jackson. Jackson uses the screen, lost the handle, bounced past to Plum. Plum loses it, regains it, throws it up for grabs. Grabbed by Boston out of the sky, and we're going to have a foul here. No, a timeout taken by Indiana.
What I love the most about this squad is that, just like O said, like we instill confidence, the coach instills confidence that any shot you take, shoot it with confidence because we trust you and we trust that you're going to make it. And I feel like that's just really helped us down the line because no matter who comes in, no matter who steps up, we're all just really happy for each other.
Aliyah Boston said something after the game that had Fever fans buzzing. But she didn't just say it, she proved it. In a season wrecked by injuries, she put up 22 points, 11 rebounds, and a career-high 6 steals, sealing it with the game-winning stop. Her post-game words weren't just talk. They were the blueprint for Indiana's biggest win of the year, and the timing couldn't have been bigger. With injuries piling up and momentum slipping, one unlikely hero lit the spark that shut the door on LA. This win didn't just add to the standings. It may have flipped the script on the Fever's entire season. If you're hyped for this team, drop a big Fever win in the comments. Let's go.
Fever down! Bow, bow, bow! Hell yeah!
How do you win when half your roster is stuck in street clothes? That was the question hanging over Indiana as they walked into Los Angeles. Caitlin Clark on the sideline. Sophie Cunningham out. Sydney Colson and Ari McDonald unavailable. 4 guards, 4 playmakers, 4 voices missing from the rotation. For most teams, that's a death sentence in a game with playoff weight. But Indiana didn't have the luxury of folding. They walked in with nothing to lean on except grit and belief in whoever was left standing.
The resilient, nature of our team. I think one other thing that sometimes goes missed is just the character of these women. Right, especially this group that's been here, that's gone through all of this, and then the ones that we've brought in with O and Shea and AP. I mean, these are women who care about winning. These are women who care about one another. These are women who sacrifice every single.
It wasn't just about injuries. This wasn't a throwaway August game. The Sparks had owned Indiana all year. 3 meetings, 3 losses, and the standings raised the stakes. The Fever clung to 6th, while LA sat 2 games back in 9th. One slip and that gap could vanish. With 4 losses in 5, the question was real. Were the Fever collapsing at the worst time?
Mentioned, whenever she sees you with the 2 black eyes, she smiles in a way because it just exemplifies your toughness. Do you feel tough in these kinds of situations with these 2 black eyes?
I mean, that's what people keep telling me. Every time she sees me, she smiles and then she says, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, you don't need to be sorry. This is what it is. And when I'm playing, I forget about it, and then I go and look at the mirror. I'm like, oh shit, they're still there. So yeah, I don't really think too much about it because I don't necessarily feel them all the time.
Yeah, and you're still able to see completely fine.
Yep.
All right.
Nothing's changed.
All right, perfect.
And then came Lexi Hull. Both eyes bruised from a collision with Gabby Williams, yet she kept diving red. For loose balls, chasing screens, and locking in on defense. 2 black eyes didn't slow her. They defined her. Hull became the symbol of what Indiana needed. Show up, fight through pain, and keep going. If she could battle, so could everyone in Fever.
Originally, I was like, I just need to get the swelling to go down in my forehead. So I put a patch, slept with it the next day, woke up, and I was like, okay, the bump is almost gone, but now I have 2 black eyes. So that was tragic. But I mean, it's at this point, it's unfortunately won't be able to hide it. People know, so just rolling with it.
Were you able to hide it for the photo shoots?
The makeup artist did a really, really, really good job. And people that hadn't met me before were like, oh, I can't even tell. I'm like, okay, that's good. We'll take it. But I'm hoping they'll do some editing in the post.
That's what made this game different. It wasn't about flash or highlight passes. It was about urgency. Every stop, rebound, and basket carried weight. One big run from LA could have ended it, but the Fever never cracked. They matched the Sparks' intensity and pushed back every time the standings pressure tightened.
I imagine on Tuesday you got checked for concussion, facial fracture. Just how much of a sigh of relief was it that you didn't have concussion or any kind of fracture in your face?
Yeah, honestly, when it happened, I was relieved because I could feel myself I was good to go. I felt completely with it. They did all the tests they needed to do and put ice on it right away, try to keep the swelling down, but I felt good knowing that obviously it could have been a lot worse, and I'm grateful for the people online wanting to check on me and make sure that I'm okay, but I'm okay. I've been fully checked out.
By refusing to crack under pressure, Indiana opened the door for an unlikely hero. That's when Odyssey Sims seized the spotlight. On a night that was supposed to be about survival, the 31-year-old veteran, coming off the bench, turned into the heartbeat of the game. And against the Sparks, her former team, every possession carried extra fire. You could see it in her game. This one was personal.
I like that we dug in. You know, it wasn't ideal in terms of how the game was. It was ugly. We had moments where we were better than others, but we dug in. I mean, when you think about key defensive stops, key offensive rebounds, like AB's key offensive rebound there at the end, you know, making plays, deflections that led to steals or deflections that led to bobbled passes.
Sims, left open for three, got it. Offensive rebound, runner in the lane. Howard shovels, Sims off the glass. 3-on-3 the other way. Sims takes it coast to coast and finishes lefty. At this stage of her career, nobody expects a backup guard to carry an offense. The scouting report doesn't circle her name like Boston or Clark, but with Kelsey Mitchell struggling, just 5 for 14, Indiana needed an answer. Sims became that answer. Steady, decisive, fearless. Every possession looked like one she'd been waiting her whole career to seize.
Sims left open for three. She got it. Offensive rebound. Sims the runner. Here's Howard. Shovels. Sims right at the doorstep, and she gets it off the window. 3-on-3 the other way. Sims the take and finishes the lefty layup.
Her numbers tell part of the story. 21 points. But it was the timing that mattered. Every bucket felt like a momentum swing. She stayed calm under pressure, pushing the tempo when Indiana needed speed, slowing it down when LA tried to surge. And then came the closing stretch. Fourth quarter, game in the balance, the ball kept finding her hands. Drives through traffic, mid-range pull-ups, creating off the dribble. These weren't secondary plays. She was the release valve.
Down by Plum. Plum 1-on-2, ripped away there by Sims.
Great play by Odyssey Sims. Played the ball.
3-on-3 the other way. Sims the take and finishes the lefty layup.
The defining moment came with 13.6 seconds left. Indiana clinging to hope, the ball in her hands. She rose for that quick floater she's mastered, and it dropped clean. That was the shot, the one that gave Indiana the lead for good and silenced the Staples Center. As she ran back, arms steady, face calm, it looked like she knew all along this moment belonged to her.
The lead back up to 3. Sims left open for 3. She got it. Odyssey Sims with the triple to tie this one up at 74 apiece. Got the offensive rebound out to Mitchell. Here's Hull curling. Hull down the lane. The kick out Sims. Sims in the paint. The runner good. They put Turner on the inbound. Alaman inbounds it to Hamby, and so now that'll be that. So the Indiana Fever come into here.
Later, when the microphones came out, Sims summed it up simply. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. That line captured Indiana's entire night. No excuses, no panic, just readiness for the unexpected. Because of Odyssey Sims, the Fever didn't just leave with a win, they left with proof that resilience isn't a slogan. It's who they are.
Yeah, obviously 5 straight points for you to help take the lead at the end of the game. Just what was that mindset for you in those final seconds?
I mean, I didn't shoot the ball well from the 3. I was over before I made that shot, but I mean, I didn't lose confidence. I think my teammates did a great job, along with the coaches, just constantly talking to me. Weren't worried about my missed shots. It just came down to continue to play. They believe in me so much, so that helped me. And when I shot it, I was open. It was one of those do or die. It went in, and I was excited about that. Like I said, I was open from the 3, but we got the W. So.
And as great as Sims was, she wasn't alone. Right beside her stood the anchor of Indiana's identity, Aliyah Boston. She didn't just dominate, she delivered a message that still has Fever fans buzzing.
Just going up just like the last few years, just up and down, in the league, out the league, hardship, contract being cut, all of that stuff. Really doesn't matter. I think I'm a human definition of you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I think every opportunity that has been given to me, I'm taking full advantage of it. These opportunities that you can't let slip away. You never know what tomorrow brings. You never know. You be on the team one day, go on the next day. So just being able to come in and just stay ready, have my energy flow to my teammates, and just be positive. Like I said, I'm with a good group.
All night long, Aliyah Boston's play built to one question. What did she mean with that post-em message? Watching her, the answer was already clear. She didn't just fill the stat sheet, she stamped her presence on every corner of the game. 22 points powering the offense, 11 rebounds muscling through the Sparks front court, 4 assists keeping the ball moving, and a career-high 6 steals. Numbers like that don't usually come from one player in one night, but Boston carried both ends of the floor without blinking.
Sparks started the game on a 7-0 run. Here's Mitchell, right back to Boston, and unable to get that one, but follows her on. Cameron Brink and Ray Burrell going to be checking in next time there's a stoppage for LA. Here's Turner in traffic, and she gets it up off the window.
Beautiful pass from Boston.
7 on the shot clock. Mitchell turning the corner. Jump stop in the lane, loses the ball. Brink throws it right to Boston. Easy layup.
The defining moment came with just 1.9 seconds left. Los Angeles desperate for one last shot. Boston read it perfectly, reached in, ripped the ball clean, and shut the door. No drama, no scramble, just a superstar ending it on the spot.
Julie Alamam, 5 points here tonight. They go high-low, and Boston the beneficiary. That's the 18th point off of a Sparks turnover. Hamby the crossover. Hamby rejected there by Boston. Here's Mitchell, always dangerous with the ball in her hands. Finds Boston's free throw line. Boston against Hamby. Jump hook, gets the soft bounce.
Right after the steal, the cameras found her. Reporters asked how the team kept fighting, and that's when her message started spreading. Everyone wanted to know, what was that quote about?
Hands it off to Jackson. Jackson uses the screen, lost the handle, bounce pass to Plum. Plum loses it, regains it, throws it up for grabs. Grabbed by Boston out of the sky, and we're going to have a foul here. No, a timeout taken by Indiana.
The answer was simple, but it resonated. Boston praised the Fever for their next woman up mindset. The belief that when one player goes down, everyone else digs in harder. It wasn't just a phrase. She had lived it, carrying a massive load while still trusting her teammates in critical moments. And beyond her performance, this game became living proof of that culture.
Tonight, you guys showed resilience, coming back and just having that great floater for the win. Can you guys just talk about the camaraderie, everything that's happened with the team, the injuries, and just how you guys have been able to coalesce as one cohesive unit despite all of everything that's happened?
Yeah, honestly, I think from the start of our season, we talked about a season's not going to be perfect, and if something happens, next woman up. And I feel like that's really been the story of our season. With everything that's happened, people we've added, no matter how late in the season, it's been next.
Think about Lexi Hull. Face bruised, eyes darkened from her last collision, still charging through screens, diving for loose balls, and defending with relentless energy. Then look at Aerial Powers, sparking the offense off the bench and refusing to let momentum slip. Add those moments together, and you see Boston's words alive in real time. Her leadership is the glue holding Indiana steady. The points and steals show up in the box score, but her influence stretches far deeper. When she says next woman up, it's more than a motto. It's proof that no injury, no setback, no losing streak defines this roster. It's confidence that whoever steps on the floor deserves to be there and can finish the job.
We have a deep team that a lot of players on our team could be playing and they're not. And that's a tribute to our depth, certainly, but also sometimes everybody wants to play, right? And I think the selfless nature of this group just can't be overstated. And that's why we're able to be in positions like this that we're able.
And that identity goes beyond motivational speeches. The win in Los Angeles locked Indiana into 6th place, giving them breathing room over Seattle while pushing the Sparks further back. A playoff berth now feels much more secure, not because of luck or one miracle shot, but because this is a team built on exactly what Boston described. Everyone buying in, everyone believing, and everyone stepping up.
Sims. They kick it out, hole of 3.
Big bucket from Lexi Hall.
On the hit ahead, Howard attacked the short corner and spun her defender into the spin cycle. Clean, smooth, unstoppable. But from there, all eyes shifted again. Everyone saw Boston's leadership, but the biggest question still hangs over the Fever. When is Caitlin Clark coming back? She's missed 17 straight games with that groin injury, and her absence has hovered over every conversation. Now finally, there's hope. Clark is back in practice gear, joining shoot-arounds, moving with the team in warm-ups. It's not full game speed yet, but it's the closest she's looked to herself since going down.
On the hit ahead. Looking for Howard short corner. Attacking against.
Okay.
Oh, what a spin move there. Spin cycle, rinse everything there from Natasha Howard.
From here, though, the attention shifts again. Everyone saw Boston's leadership. Now the biggest question lingering is about the one star who hasn't yet returned. The name fans can't stop bringing up, Caitlin Clark. But there's one name that wasn't on the court tonight that has every fan asking the same question. When? When is Caitlin Clark finally coming back?
The timing couldn't be more intriguing. Indiana has just 5 regular season games left, and every one of them matters with playoff positioning hanging by a thread. Right now, they sit 6th, only half a game ahead of Seattle, and no one in that locker room feels safe. One slip could send them tumbling, but the flip side is pure opportunity. If Caitlin Clark returns, everything changes instantly. Picture it. Clark drilling threes, running sets, even taking light contact in scrimmages as coaches watch her every move, praying for no setback. The energy shifts the moment she's on the floor. Teammates glance her way, fans buzz, and the stakes feel heavier. It's cautious optimism, because everyone knows rushing her back could end the season entirely. That's the balance Indiana's staff is walking right now. And yet, look at what this team just pulled off. They stole a game from an opponent that had owned them all year, and did it without their biggest star. That alone is impressive. Now imagine what they could do with her back on the floor. Before the injury, Caitlin Clark was averaging 19 points and 8 assists. She wasn't just scoring. She was dictating pace, opening lanes for Boston, and creating cleaner looks for shooters like Kelsey Mitchell. Numbers like that can't be faked, and they force every defense to adjust. This win proved the Fever can survive without her, but adding Clark's playmaking back into the mix makes them far more than survivors. Suddenly, the question shifts from can they hang on to, can they make real noise in the playoffs? The risk of aggravating that groin injury is still there, but with the postseason only days away, Clark's return could flip Indiana into legitimate contenders overnight. Good job, ladies.
It wasn't ideal in terms of how the game was. It was ugly. We had moments where we were better than others, but we dug in. I mean, when you think about key defensive stops, key offensive rebounds, like AB's key offensive rebound there at the end, making plays, deflections that led to steals or deflections that led to bobbled passes, just the sense of urgency that we played with in those last minutes through some gray area, right? Through some times when it wasn't perfect, and it was a gut check time, and our team stepped up to the challenge.
Thank you.
All right. Good job, ladies! I'm really proud of you guys. That was an ugly, hard-fought win. Hard-fought win. And listen, we know that we didn't play our best basketball, and in those moments where we needed a stop, or we needed a big bucket, that you don't teach. And y'all got it. And y'all got it. So again, marrying our energy effort with our execution. Okay, that's our journey. But this is a hard win right here. I'm proud of you guys. Great job. Together, 3, 1, 2, 3. Together.
That's why tonight's win carries a weight way beyond the box score. With Clark inching closer to a return, it suddenly feels like Indiana's season is just getting started. Beating the Sparks wasn't about surviving, it was about proving this team can fight, close, and thrive under pressure. Every possession showed toughness. Every hustle play reminded fans that this squad refuses to fold. And now, the Fever don't just look like survivors. They look like a group learning how to finish games. And that growth is priceless. Hope is alive right now, and it's burning even brighter for 2025. If you're pumped up for this team, Drop a big Fever win in the comments, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out. Click the video on screen. We'll see you in the next one.